Hey y'all, what's up? It's me, Lina, and I'm back with the review recap of a new Disney Channel show that just premiered tonight for its week of premieres. This is pretty exciting, guys. They've been showing commercials for it all throughout the month since I think like September or maybe August. They've been showing a lot of promo for it and a lot of songs throughout when Backstage would play. That's when I would realize it, when I was watching Backstage gets in the cover. So I've been really pretty excited to see this British musical teen drama. I'm like, wait, and it's a remake of an Israeli teen drama series called North Star. Actually, this is called The Lodge. The British Disney Channel produced and adapted another one. It's basically just like a remake of the other one, like another version. Like they have these in different countries where they make other versions of it to fit their country from like another original country, you know what I'm saying? Like the ones here, like Mila said, like Jessie had one in India, Africa, everywhere. Jessie had everyone in every single place, and so they did on the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and stuff. So every single like show that's like based in one place, another country's probably gonna redo their own, just so everybody gets to see, you know, the same show and everybody gets to see it. So I think it's pretty exciting, pretty cool and rad that they have this here and in the UK and everywhere else. So I'm pretty excited to see this show. It's a teen drama musical. You guys, you know, me likes me some musicals. I'm pretty excited about that. It was directed by Matt Bloom, created by, it was based on the created by Mitchell Cooper Kieran, and it was written by Lee Walters. It is starring these cast of characters: Sophie Simnett as Skye, Luke Newton as Ben, Thomas Doherty as Sean, who is actually going to be in Descendants 2. I think he'll be playing Captain Hook's son, which I'm like, his jawline and his facial features is literally to die for. But that's another topic. Bethan Wright as Danielle, Jayden Revri as Noah, Jade Alleyne as Kaylee, and Joshua Sinclair-Evans as Josh. It's pretty exciting. And right on here, they doing really good. I like the acting. You know, I like the accents. You know, I'm from the U.S., so you know what I'm saying. When I hear something that's foreign to me, I just like it because it's not American. So I'm just like, the accents is really amazing, and we have this. And it's like super dope, and you know what I'm saying, it's not the first time we ever had a UK show over here in the United States. I think like what was the other show? It was another show, another really creepy type show. It was like a mystery type show that we had on, but I can't think of the name of it, but that was from the UK too. But normally we get shows from like Canada. Like if it's not a US show, it comes from Canada, and I'm like, what the heck? And that's like so cool that we getting all these shows. So I'm pretty excited. So yeah, basically the show is based around 15-year-old Skye. She moves with her father from the big city to rural Northern Ireland, where they take over a local hotel called North Star, which is family owned and was previously managed by Skye's grandfather. At their new place, Skye tries to build a new life, but this new life is not free from complications, as Skye must navigate through the everyday stresses of a life as a teenager and tries to integrate into a group of teenagers who live and work in the hotel already. However, she finds that some people have no good intentions, and when she discovers that her father is planning to sell the hotel, well, Skye becomes super upset as she has developed an emotional attachment to it and has many precious memories of it. Most of these have to do with the fact that her mother passed away a year ago, and her mother used to run the place. It was really her mother's place. She used to run it. She kept it young, and she really had emotional attached to it. So she wanted a real big fresh start, her and her dad. But she decided to convince her father. This happened later. I'm not gonna finish it because I don't want to tell you whatever. But anyway, she started like being friends with all the other people, and it's really good. And she's gonna save that hotel. You know what I'm saying? But some secrets are gonna come out. I'm like, wait, it was a part at the end. I'm gonna get to that later. It was a part at the end, and it was like the secret. I'm like, what secret are you keep? Why is that picture torn in half? Like, we. But yeah, so let's get on with this review. We'll start off with Skye telling her dad why she would never ever leave the place. She was like, you know what's so amazing? Why did mom ever leave it? And he was like, for me, obviously. So she was FaceTiming her friend Josh because he's a city boy, he live in the city, and she's gonna keep FaceTiming him, getting a few like good advice, you know what I'm saying? So she wanted to fit in. She started singing out of nowhere. I'm like, boy, I'm like, what? I'm like, girl, like what the heck? She started singing in that car, and her dad was just smiling like this is what she does all the time. So she was just all singing and stuff. Then it was these other two boys, they was singing while they was biking, and then they almost hit one of the bikers, but their car blew out. And then Sean was like, where's good? I'll take her. And I was like, I would never give my daughter to somebody that had some little fake phony little pass thing. It said I'm a travel passer. You in the forest. He could have went and killed her. You just like, oh, okay, you seem legit. And then she just went off with him. So I was like, okay, whatever. But anyway, yeah, so their car broke down. He was gonna fix it. Then they did their theme song, which is really cool. It was like colors and stuff. Like all the sequences and whatnot. It was really cool. Meanwhile, she was like, look, let's take a selfie because she wanted to, you know, remember the moment. And her jacket was super cute, and her grandpa was there. So then Kaylee was like, who's that? So then he was like, yo, new boss, get with it. So then she was like, eh. So Ben was helping, you know, her dad out with the car, and he was like, oh, I know why you here, no need to just blah, blah, blah. He was getting all snippy, and I caught his shade and his snipness when he first started. So yeah, Kaylee was basically joking. She's like, oh, you hanging out with the enemy, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, why is Skye the enemy? But then we realized later why she was. His dad was like, oh, you think you're too busy, why you not working for me? You gotta think about your future. You shouldn't be running around biking and playing in the woods. That's all you doing, spraying with dirt. You need to be working at my company. So he was like, look, Dad, I'm working real hard here, and this is good to me. He liked doing it. And his dad is like super rich. Noah, he was like, how rich is your dad? And he was like, rich. So yeah, because he put up in like that Benz or whatever, and I'm just like, bro, you gonna get your tires dirty, like, don't play that. He's like, I was in the neighborhood for some business. I'm like, where? You in the forest? What business are you attending? But anyway, her grandparents was like, you know what, your mom, you know, kept this place young. And then Ben was like kind of hostile towards her, and then she get her old mom's room, which was so cute. Her room was so cute. But Sean's dad, Gil Matthews, he want to make a deal with the dad. I'm like, what's the deal? And they gonna be selling the place, which is really not good. But they decided today. I'm like, they gonna sign it off. Like, this didn't make no sense. He wanted to sell the place right then and there when she had just brought her luggage, and he knew they was staying there. Like, you get like, I think if you sell in a place, I don't know if this work with like hotel businesses, but like when you sell in a house, you get like 30 days of like escrow, and you gotta stay there. Like, was he gonna let her stay there for a few days and like gather the memories? Or like, you had her move in there, like y'all moved from the city to there. Anyway, but yeah, so they're pretty walls. It was pretty words, and the walls like love and this and that. She saw a picture of her mom. It was so sweet. It was so reminiscent. It was like all nostalgic. And then Josh was like, oh my god, future boyf spill. That's what they call boyfriend, boyf. So he was like, look, I love it. Oh my god, you gotta start again. You can't just, you gotta be more than just a girl who lost her mom. So you know what? She's gonna make her moment and do her thing. She was like, so they showed this other girl. It was on this TV show called My Amazing Life. It's a reality show. Her name is Danielle. And Danielle, Mina, and another kid, they on this whole show. So Danielle was like, guess who they filming today? She's like, me. So she called her best friend Kaylee, because, you know, I guess she used to work at the lodge too. But she's going to be on the show. So then the executive producer's like, oh, well, we need drama. So then they told her mom, and her mom was like, well, look, your boss, which is my friend, told me that my daughter can be on here. So if you don't shut up, you will get fired. Like, what? Get my daughter a spot. Get my daughter home a TV show. So yeah, so basically she's only on a TV show because her mom is best friends with the boss. So, but they're gonna get some drama today. They're gonna get some drama today because Ben was being way too sassy towards Skye. Oh my god, he's like, we'll never be friends, this and that. So Sean was like, oh, it's okay, that's my best friend. All that. He's just a little tense because of the situation today. And I'm just like, wow, okay. So then she was like, well, technically own the place, so give me a drink. She tried to get some advice from Josh, but that was not working because she put her headphones in trying to talk to him through FaceTime, and she was just saying everything that he kept saying back to her. And Sean was like, wait. And then Danielle rolled up with the camera, so was like, who is this? And then she was like, who are you? And then she was like, I'm his girlfriend. He was like, my bad. So you know what, this guy really didn't know. So like, it was like, fight. Then she ended up tripping over the cord, and they like kind of laughed at her, except for Sean, which was Danielle. She kind of laughed at her, and then she was like, shut up, Josh, I should have never listened to you. And he's like, ha, I did not see that coming for the first time. So yeah, that's like the producer's drama right there a little bit. Then Noah was taping Kaylee singing. That sounded so good. It was a song that they were singing all throughout the promo. Nobody can stop me now. Can't stop, won't stop, gotta give it all that I got. That's the song that they were singing all throughout the promo, which was really cool. And I was really geeked for that. I can't wait for them to show that actual piece in the show. Hopefully that's in the show because I was geeked, mad geek for that promo. But yeah, so Ben and Sean, they was biking, and Ben was like, look, I can beat you at biking, and I don't even need my daddy to buy me some fancy freaking bike. So he's like, you know, Sean was like, you know, I love this place too. And he's like, oh really? Then why your dad selling it? Like, so then they just, you know, they playing just a little banter, a little shady banter that he throwing that bitch shit Sean. But okay. So then Ben came in, you know, Skye's room because he got to clean the place up because he's like, he worked there, so he's like the housekeeper, so he got to clean it up. So then she's like, oh, he's like, you want your room cleaned or not? She's like, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, that was the same day, and she's already in her jammies. And I'm like, when did it turn night? I didn't understand, and I was like, I guess her room was dirty. I guess they never cleaned that room in a while, but you know, I guess since her mom passed, it wasn't really supposed to go in there. But yeah, so she took a picture. She was taking pictures of him. It was kind of weird, but he started getting sassy. Then you know, he was like, look, we're not gonna ever be friends and all this and that. And she was like, well, what did I do to you? So then he's like, you selling the place, right? So she's like, no. Then he was like, well, your dad is. He's selling the place. So she was like, so yeah, that's really what happened. She was like, you selling the house, Dad? So then he's like, look, we got an offer. And she's like, I want to live here. And he's like, I'm thinking about your future. Your mom will want me to do this for your future. So then she's like, well, I don't want to think about, I don't want to think about, I don't want to think about no bills. I want to think about what, you know, what makes her happy right then and there. So he was like, okay, whatever. Then Danielle's camera people was following her. And she's like, get off of me, stop taping me. So then Danielle was like, why y'all taping her? Like, stars over here. But yeah, so she was really upset. Skye was like, we can't really sell the lodge, but I don't know what's going to happen. Then Danielle was taping for her Amazing Life TV show, and she was showing off Kaylee, her singer-songwriter friend, but then she barely showed her off. But then Kaylee and Skye really, you know, they started, you know, talking and stuff, because, you know, Kaylee was like, Danielle, feel threatened by you, kind of, and then Skye was like, really, how I got messy bed hair and I'm working here. I'm like, I wonder how many other customers are staying here, because it just seemed like it's them there. But because if they had more people, I don't think they would have to sell it, but they're gonna like try to sell it, you know what I'm saying? And she is like, what is she gonna do? They went to the lake, and golly, Danielle brought her cameras to the lake. Then Noah was like, who is that? And then they was telling Noah, you gotta get out the friend zone. But I don't know if he was talking about Kaylee, because they was like Kaylee, or he's talking about this other girl that was standing right there with the cameras. I was confused because they were showing her, but then they showed Kaylee, and I was like, what the heck's going on? But we'll get to that later on in the week. This is just the first episode, guys, so beware and be wait. So yeah, anyway, they slow mode when they did chest bump. They was playing volleyball. I don't know what they call it in the UK. I call it volleyball. So yeah, they look like about volleyball to me, but yeah, that's what I called it. So they was playing that, you know, they was doing all good. They wasn't jumping too hard, but they was like, you know, hitting them stuff. It looked cold there, but you know, they was jumping and doing this and that and stuff. So Danielle, they was like, Danielle really didn't deserve to be on that show anyway. They was really dogging on Danielle, like, oh, her mom did this, it just because she can get on the show. I'm like, dang, Brand, they was dogging on her. Really? Wow. Really? Wow. They was dogging on her. They was dogging her a lot. But yeah, so then she was like, well, she's trying to, Skye's trying to sell the place. So then Noah let the ball go in and hit Skye in the face. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but it did. So then Skye ran off, and then Ben was like, look, don't let your dad sell the lodge, and if you was old enough, since your mom didn't leave it to you, what would you do? And she was like, fight for it. So then, you know, she's only 15, so when you was 18, she would probably be able to get it, but she's only 15, so then she was like, well, I'm gonna fight for it. So then Sean was like, look, I'm not like my dad, you know, I'm a good guy, I don't want to sell the place either. Then she took a picture with Ben so she could save it for the memories, and Sean was then actually back her back to the lodge. But then Ben was like, I'm faster than you, let me peace. But you know, when Ben saw that picture of her and Sean, he was like, ooh, let me step back. But Sean got a girlfriend, so it's like, he don't have to step back, he can step forward if he want to. At first he was being a little bit snippy though, so you're gonna have to wait. But anyway, yeah, so then the camera started panning to them because they had all the drama going on. Then they was singing while they was biking. I'm like, bruh, calm down, everybody, you need to go, like, you can't sing and bike at the same time, you're gonna run out of breath. I don't know where he got that freaking red sweater from, but he got it from somewhere. Then Skye went there. They was singing and twirling around. The dad was like, what are you doing? Stop. And they was playing with the paper. Then Sean's dad was like, what is going on? So then she's like, we can't sell the place. So then he was like, okay, well, you got into the summer's over. We got to give this whole place a makeover. So then Sean's dad was like, you think a teenager know what's in their best interest? And then he was like, I do, and I believe in her. So then they're going to hold it off. And then they were just dancing. They was having so much fun. They freaking went out there and musically tore down that soul sign. It was like, starting now, starting over, starting now, ripping the sign up. It was really cute, really cute. Then the executive producer for Danielle's show was like, this drama is amazing. I want to make a series out of you, Skye, when you own this hotel and whatnot. Great publicity. Get my card. Here you go. Bam, boom, boom. Yeah. The place will be ours. You got to figure out what's going to happen. The dad was like, don't worry. Sean's dad was like, don't worry. This place will be ours. I'll figure out what's going on. I'm using a freaking fake phone. I gotta remember to be ours. He was talking on the phone. I'm like, what? Was he about to expose her or something? But anyway, yeah. So Skye was befriending people in this cool looking app that I never saw before. But yeah, her frame was broken. The frame was broken for mom. And the other half of the picture was torn away. And she's like, Dad, what's the other half of the picture? And he's like, oh, probably nowhere. I'm like, that's the first sign you need to ask, what the heck is on the other side? But yeah, so then he's like, oh, I'll fix it. So he took it from her. Then the grandfather was like, are you gonna tell him? He's like, look, maybe things I better left secret. No, how long are we gonna have to wait for y'all to release this secret? Like, but anyway, yeah, so that was the end. They said next, finally, even they said, because on backstage, they was not saying next time. They was not telling us nothing. But finally, they said next time, they gonna be filming Skye, and they all gonna be famous. You know, Gil's gonna have some people going undercover, Sean's dad. You know, people going undercover. It's like some freaking crazy stuff. But that was this show, guys. Some stuff is popping off on Friday, because Descendants, Wicked World is coming back on with Halloween. But I want you guys to comment what you think of this new show. If you watched the new show, comment what your thought on it. My thoughts on this whole show, I really did like it. I thought it was really nice, and it does have a good storyline. I cannot wait to see. I'm glad that they already got one secret hidden behind the door, because I'm like, wow, I want to see more of the secrets hidden behind the doors and see where it's going to lead up to, and how Sean's dad's gonna, how far he's gonna go. If he's gonna like just be like, okay, Sean, I accept what you want to do. Is it gonna be like that type of thing, like on Disney when they always do that, like when the dad or the parents be like, okay, I'll accept you, I accept you, or is he gonna make him go hard in the paint? So I want to see that some more and see what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And I think the music is popping. Everybody can sing. I can't wait to see more. This is pretty exciting. You know, Thomas Doherty is already going to be on Descendants too, which I am geeked for, because Shauna McClain is going to be on there, and it's going to be a lot of new characters, which I'm super geeked for. And I think this is pretty cool, guys. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And congratulations to all the actors and the producers and the TV shows and the writers and everybody who got this on this Disney. Congratulations. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.